Well, good morning. Welcome to the channel or back to the channel. My name is Jelly Bean. It's my trail name from hiking. I used to live in an SUV and now I bought a Ford Econoline and I'm going to build it out to live in. So today we are going to put the solar panels on the roof. I think I may go to my friend's house to build this out. It's going to cost me a lot of money in gas. But trying to take everything out of it every day to do something and then put everything back into it every day would be a real hassle. If I go to his house, I could put everything, get everything out of it and just put the bed back in on the floor every day. So I think that may be what, but that's, still, that's the future Jelly Bean problems. Okay, but today, we've got 3 100-watt panels that we had on the Bean Pod, the SUV, that are going to go on the front section of the van. I plan on putting an exhaust fan on the roof in the back of the van, and I have one for the driver's side that is going to be above the kitchen. So, all right, let me get changed back into some outdoor gear, and we'll get up on that roof and start this process.
Well, okay, so first thing we have to do is attach all the Z brackets to the solar panels. So you got 4 brackets each panel, 3 panels, 12 brackets. Of course, they gave me metric nuts and bolts. I have my socket set, but I only have standard wrenches, so I got to use a darn adjustable, which is always a pain in the butt to me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get all these attached, and then we will, then what we're going to do is put adhesive on, well, it's not adhesive, sealant, on the bottom of the brackets, and we'll place them on the roof, and we'll let them sit for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then we'll drill the holes. Well, actually, we got self-tappers. We don't have to drill holes. But then we'll secure them with the self-tappers to the roof, and then we will bring the wires into the van and hook it up to the solar charger. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll put you guys on fast forward.
This is actually going pretty smooth and easy right now. But of course, things change. Of course, I cut my finger. Of course, it won't stop bleeding. Of course, then you get a Walmart Band-Aid that refuses to stay on. Then you throw it away and just bleed. But we got all the brackets on here. And then, what happened?
Okay, so we got brackets on all 3 panels. Man, the bugs are bad out here this morning. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take them up on the roof and we're going to dry fit them. I think I'm going to run them east and west, not north and south. I'm going to look around and see how it works, but I think north, east, and west would be a lot better, because at some point I may add a 4th panel for a second electrical system. I'll have the Blue Eddy running like the refrigerator, and then the 4th panel going to like a 100 amp hour battery that basically would run a ceiling fan, the vent fan that I'm going to put above the kitchen, lights, things like that. Just a little 12 volt, just a 12 volt system. I can always run the Blue Eddy if I need regular 110. So, all right, we're going to take these up on the roof, dry fit them. Then once we figure out exactly where we want to put them, we will put this fast dry acrylic latex caulk plus silicone sealant on the bottom of the pads. Then we'll let those dry for about a half an hour. It says you can paint it in 20 minutes, so it says fast drying. But we'll let them sit, and then we will do the self-tappers through. Now they have a rubber gasket on the self-tapper, but after I run the self-tappers through, I think I still will take a little of the silicone and put it on top of the screw as well. So we'll have a good coverage below the pad and then on top, so we don't get any leaks through the roof. All right, let's get up on the roof. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put some of this sealant on the feet. My knife away so I don't cut myself again. I already cut myself putting those the feet on the panels. All right, so let's go ahead and get it done. And I just bent the heck out of the one leg over here. Whoa, that's not good. Guys, we screwed up. The brackets, I put them on upside the bolts and nuts upside down. They can come right out of the holes. So we're gonna have to redo them all. I thought it bent the metal. It pulled the bolt right out of the hole. So we have to redo all this. Get some paper towel to get that off before it dries. But I will spare you watching me redo that. I'm going to get up there, clean them off. And we're just going to sit up there and switch them back around. That's a real pain in the butt. So, okay. We will go ahead and get those switched around. And we'll be right back. All right, so when I was putting the first set of brackets back on, I realized I moved them to a different spot, and that gets the brackets out of the channels. However, the van is curved on the roof, so the foot has got a gap. So we're gonna screw them in as we go and see how this is gonna work. hoping I don't need the long self-tappers. But we're going to see here in a minute. See how that bracket bends. Oh yeah, oops. Yeah, that's going to be just fine. And we got all kinds of silicone under there. So we should have no issues with leakage. Okay, so I'm going to continue this. I'm going to go that side now. And, well, I could just move the solar panel, couldn't I? That'll be a little janky. I'd rather go move the ladder. It's not like it's heavy. This is a really nice ladder. Got it off Amazon for like, I don't know, 80 bucks. There was one at Walmart. It was a lot cruddier than this one. I mean, this is a nice ladder. I really like it. Oh, of course, I forgot the self-tappers. I mean, this is a real nice one. It's exactly what I wanted. The one at Walmart was different, was janky, and yeah, it was like 100 and something. I don't remember the price, but I knew I could find something quite a bit cheaper on Amazon. And of course, where I am right now, everything's next day delivery, which is sweet. It's funny, I was up in Oregon, man, stuff would take a week. Funny where different places you are, how quick they get you stuff. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to figure out something with the cords. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do the cords. I have some little brackets, but I don't know where they are. And by the time I'd find them, I'd probably be able to drive to town, buy more, and put them on in the same amount of time I could find them. And I have a feeling I'd probably be so peed off because wasting time trying to find them, that I'd just go buy new ones anyways. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing this, and we'll get back to you when they're all three of them are attached, and then we'll show you how we're gonna hook them up. Well, okay, as luck would have it, as I was attaching the third solar panel, both batteries I had for my driver died. So I've got the inverter on the Blue Eddy on, trying to charge up one. One of the outside, well, two of the outside that have the gap did not get screwed down. And then one on the inside. I was 3 tappers shy. Well, but we're down to 30-something% in the Blue Eddy, so it's not going anywhere. So we can hook it up now. All right, what do we got here? Okay, I need to cut that on my knife. Is on the roof. So we wired the panels together. And don't worry, I'll get that. Let's get throwing it out of my way for right now. All right, so we wired the panels together. Positive to negative, negative to positive. So now we have a positive coming out here and a negative coming out there. And we'll hook these to the corresponding plugs there and here. Now what I'll do is I'll run this up here like so, and then we'll clip those. I'm gonna end up drilling a hole through the roof, but for right now we're just doing it this way. Hopefully I have enough to be able to get more, enough space in there. It looked like I did when I checked it. I'm not gonna like this. I definitely don't like that. Okay, yeah, there's enough room in there. I can get away with it for now, but I definitely don't like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to town and get some zip ties anyways, and while I'm there, I may check to see if I can find one of those adapter things. And I think I'd come through right here. That's behind the whatever you call the stuff on the ceiling above the driver's head. That stuff comes to about right here. Now, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna, and I may cut it back a little bit with the where I put the roof. I'm not sure yet. Actually, I think it comes to right here because the only screws you see are these. Oh, maybe those. Anyways, doesn't matter. All right, let's get this plugged in. See how many watts we're getting. All right, that's going to drive you nuts, I'm sure. It drives me nuts. Put that that way. This behind my head. That's just going back there for now. Go to the settings. Change it to solar. And we're going to unplug the cigarette lighter. Plug in the solar. Okay, we've got, looks like 220 coming off the roof. Okay, I've got enough battery to finish those up real quick. Of course, I left the battery where I can't reach it. All right, I'm gonna go up on the roof real quick, finish the installation up, and we may drive to town and get some clamps and whatnot. All right, probably should put some more silicone up here because we don't want leaks. Oh, I had more than I thought I was missing. I gotta put more silicone under that one too. Don't want no leaks. Yeah, the self tappers that come through the ceiling that I can see in the van, I have to trim. They, I mean, I got 3/4 inch ones, or maybe you know what? I think I ended with inch. Okay, we're silicone under that one. That's all dried up. Yeah, the ones I can see coming through the ceiling, they're going to get me, no doubt about it. So I definitely need to trim those off in the near future. Okay, this one is, and we are done. I'm really surprised I'm only getting 220. I mean, that sun's all right. It's what 10:15. You know, so we got a good angle. They're a little dirty, not bad. But all right, that should be the end of the generator as long as we are in California, anyways. That one's they're just a little dusty. That's all. I mean, not very bad at all. Okay, I'm just gonna set all this stuff right here. I could climb up and grab that from down below. All right, so we should end up topping off this solar 100% today. I mean, I got 8 hours. That's 1,600. That's 2,000 watts right there. So that's on. I'm at 30. What I say, 30-something%. So I need 1,700 plus whatever the. I'd probably end up needing about 2,100 because what the fridge will use. So yeah, we should be right at about 100% for the end of the day. So okay, I'm gonna get this stuff cleaned up. I think we are gonna go to town and get some clips and see if I can't find a pass through for the solar cables. I don't like that. It's I'm gonna, every time I get in and out of the driver's door, I'm gonna have to mess with this. Then they're gonna be flapping. On the bean pod, it was fine because it was going through the trunk, and then I had them tapered down with the little diesel things, whatever they're called. These little wire grommet attachment things. I don't know what you call them. But they're stick on. You put a little zip tie through in your wire and hook it to anything. All right, so let's get cleaned up, and I guess we'll head to town.
Okay, so we're all packed up. First things first, I still feel bad about the original bean pod. We're gonna go see if we can't find her. I don't like letting it be towed off, and I'd at least like to know that it's sitting with other cars being, you know, picked apart, maybe giving life to somebody else. So let's go see if we can find the bean pod.
Okay, guys, this is Idyllwild. I know I told you Mount Shasta was a great trail town. Idyllwild was the by far the most fun out of any town I was in. Oh, I didn't get to go through the town square. We got to go spin around through that real quick. There you get to see Idyllwild. Small little mountain town in California. But this place, it was so much fun. Uh, when, when hiking through here, everybody was still so excited and new. You know, when you got further on down the trail, a lot of people were talking about quitting, and you know, I stayed in that hotel right over that white truck there. Right on Bridgeview Drive, then take the first right. Idyllwild Inn. Yeah, in 2020, you had to fill out a homeless slip to stay there. Turn right on Park Lane, then take the first left. This was a great little town. I had so much fun in here. I ended up coming into town twice. Got to Paradise Valley Cafe, and I came into town to get a new hip belt because I had lost some weight. And then I stayed a couple nights, and it was so much fun. When I got to Strawberry Junction, so I can't remember the name of the junction. There's a trail that comes down north of town here. We'll end up passing the. So I think I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I came back into town. I took that side route back into town and stayed a couple more nights. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go here, but yeah, this was definitely a great little town. Very fond memories. All right, let's keep going.
All right, guys, we're back to our camp for this evening. The van is running really rich. And don't ask me about the bean pot. I don't want to talk about it. Don't ask questions. I'm not going to answer them. But I want to go get the smog done tomorrow. Excuse me. So I may get a tune-up, and I think it needs a little alignment, so I may check that out as well. But man, going through Idyllwild really brought back some fine memories. It's funny also, in the beginning of the trail, it wasn't the first time. First time was more down towards Eagle Rock. But you'll find these guys that they're like wannabe hikers. They tell everybody, oh yeah, we're through hiking. They're not hiking. And the first one at Eagle Rock, past a guy, he looks like he's got brand new gear. He's laying in his tent. It's like noon. I saw him like 3 times the next 30 miles. Somehow he just kept hitching up, and he was always in his tent, never hiking. And when I got to Idyllwild, ran into this guy, and I've through hiked, 5 times, and he's telling you, mile marker 127.6. I don't remember the exact mileage. Don't get me on that, but look out for the tree on the left, and all these exact mileages, and it's like, dude, how can you even, So the second time I was in Iowa, or the first time, I was in Iowa, he's going to share the shuttle with me to go back to the trailhead towards Paradise Valley Cafe. And hikers had been talking that were a little bit ahead of us, that there was snow up on, San Jacinto and everything. He got so scared, He hiked like maybe a half mile, turned around, went back to town. But he was just one of these guys that, wants to act like he's a thru hiker and, tell everybody what to do, but not really hiking. It was funny as heck. He was a real goof. But Idyllwild was a great town. I had so much fun there. Like I said, I stayed there 2 times. But didn't get back up here till late. My clips for my locks in the door came in. They were for a GM. So, had I turned right coming back to camp, there was a Ford dealership. I probably could have got the right clips. But I turned left, I had to drive like 10, 15 miles. By the time I got there, got the clips, found out they're the wrong clips. By the time I drove back, Ford dealership was closed. So tomorrow, when I go in maybe to get alignment, tune up, smog, need to clean the solar panels because they're pretty dusty tonight. We'll see if the Ford dealership has some. The driver's side lock completely stopped working now. At least I have the back doors fixed. I can open those now. The side doors fixed. The slider. That's the one thing I wish I had, the barn style on the side. That's the only thing that bothers me about this van. And this one here wasn't working basically at all, but I got it working. And with this one fixed, I can, even if that one stops working, I can reach in. But the driver's side is completely dead. I changed the lock out, but it's not completely right yet. I need a clip. So we'll see if I can't get those in the morning. So I am going to head to Kentucky to build out this van. Be a lot easier. I'll have some help if I need it. My friend, him and his family are great people. Really great people. Hickory, Laura, and Laura's parents and grandmother, they're all there. It's all a big farm and multiple houses. Great place, great people. But instead of having to take everything out, try to do something for a couple hours, then throw everything back in every day, not having a hand, it'd take me forever. It's going to cost me a bum load in gas. If I go from here to Kentucky to Oregon, or whatever. But anyways, here to Kentucky is 2,000 miles. That's like $500 in gas, if not more. This thing, first fill up was like 17 miles. Second one, third one, like 13. That's why it's running really rich. I don't know if it's coming up the mountain, but that's why I'm thinking about getting a tune-up. The past owner said it may need one. So, tune-up, alignment. This tire, I think, is a little out of line. Everything seems really square underneath, not loose. No ball joint problems, anything like that. So it should be all right. But we'll find out in the morning. So, I think we're going to end it here. Oh, one last thing. I stayed with my friend 2 nights. I got 2 tickets. First night, it was 106 degrees, so I put my window covering and the sides, trying to keep it, a little cooler in there for the fridge. $50 ticket. Next day, I bought the van. No ladders, no signs, no nothing, but it's registered as a commercial vehicle. Another ticket. My friend didn't tell me how much, but it's worse. She's going to talk to the folks, see what happens. And I hate doing things that cause other people issues. That's not me. That's why I don't like to accept help. I try to do everything on my own, and it bothers me that now I've caused her problems. Obviously, I'm going to pay the fine. She said, no, I want to pay the fine. But she's going to talk to them and see what happens. Hopefully, they'll let her go. She's a wonderful, wonderful trail angel. Gives all her time, donates time, helps hikers, all kinds of people out. And it just really upsets me that I've caused her grief. And Mama Bear, if you see this video, I know you tell me to stop saying I'm sorry, but I can't. All right, we're going to relax for a little while. The van, I don't know if I'm going to name it. I might just call it the van. But that's where I'm going to be living. So, all right, well, as always, thank you for watching, subscribing, commenting, sharing, and liking. I really appreciate it. I love it to know you guys are watching. Hopefully these videos are getting better. Now, when I travel to Kentucky, that's going to be 3-4 days. So that'd be like one video. So I don't know when you'll see this video, where I'll be at. There may be another video. We don't know what's going on yet. Don't know really when I'm leaving. We'll see what happens. Now, when I start to build, obviously I'll probably end up doing videos every day because I'll be building out the van. And I want to get it done pretty quick. Kentucky in June, I'm sure it's pretty hot and humid. So we'll see. And we still have to figure out exactly what we're going to do, how I'm going to, put everything and figure it all out. I think I want to do the bed in the back. I still have to downsize more. Still lots of issues coming up. So, all right. As always, you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you next time on Jelly Bean Outdoors.